Elon Musk just humiliated NASA with his amazing high-tech spacesuit, as SpaceX built an awesome new high-tech spacesuit for NASA's next project. The new SpaceX suits are truly a new breed, and the sleek spacesuit changes astronaut fashion from the space shuttle era. But what is it about this revolutionary spacesuit that makes it so different from anything NASA has ever done? Join us today as we look at the new SpaceX suit and how they are humiliating NASA. Welcome to Futured. Subscribe to our channel to get updated with everything on future technology, Elon Musk, or SpaceX. Let's get started. A few days ago, the Moon tweeted, "Are they on their way because I am very stoked on?" To which NASA responded, "Hold on, we are still manufacturing their spacesuits." Elon Musk could not see the Moon and was dissatisfied, but he said that his business, SpaceX, could accomplish it. Now it certainly is Elon Musk's turn. The plan to construct 2 flight-ready spacesuits by November 2024, according to NASA's Office of Inspector General, includes a roughly 20-month delay in delivery for the scheduled design verification and testing Suit 2 qualification suits, an ISS demo suit, and 2 lunar flight suits. The delays were attributed to finance and technological obstacles, with the watchdog estimating that the suits would not be ready for flight until April 2025 at the earliest. However, when it comes to space, Elon Musk is the most enthusiastic and helpful person. Whether it's science fiction or science fact, with space as the setting, one thing always stands out: the spacesuit. When we witness astronauts dressed in improved spacesuits, we all feel a rush of excitement and inspiration. SpaceX, being SpaceX, has dropped a bombshell in the form of a revolutionary spacesuit design that is unlike anything NASA has ever done. Last year's Crew Dragon flying suits, worn by Doug Hurley and Bob Behnken, are a far cry from the massive orange shuttle flight suits used by astronauts when they launch from Florida's Kennedy Space Center or any other spacesuit worn by astronauts from other countries. But before we get any further, let's define what spacesuits are in the first place. A spacesuit, also known as an EMU, extravehicular mobility unit, is a garment worn by astronauts to keep them alive in the harsh environment of space, which includes vacuum and severe temperatures. Extravehicular activity, EVA, is labor performed outside of the spaceship, and spacesuits are routinely worn within spacecraft as a safety measure in the event of cabin pressure loss. Spacesuits have been worn in Earth orbit, on the Moon's surface, and on the return journey to Earth from the Moon for such missions. To keep the user comfortable and reduce the effort required to flex the limbs while combating the inherent inclination of a soft pressure garment to stiffen against the vacuum, modern spacesuits add a comprehensive set of technologies and environmental systems to the basic pressure garment. A self-contained oxygen supply and environmental control system are often employed to give ultimate independence from the spaceship. There are 3 varieties of spacesuits: IVA, intravehicular activity; EVA, extravehicular activity; and IEVA, intra-extravehicular activity. Because IVA suits are designed to be worn inside a pressurized spaceship, they are lighter and more comfortable. An example of an IEVA suit that can be utilized both inside and outside the spaceship is the Gemini G4C suit. They provide improved protection from the harsh conditions of space, such as micrometeoroids and rapid temperature variations. EVA suits, such as the EMU, are used outside of ships for planetary exploration and spacewalks. Although there were many distinct models and designs of spacesuits, they were largely variants of the same old design. SpaceX's suit, on the other hand, throws everything into disarray. The spacesuits that astronauts use on the ISS are currently rather old. In February 2015, SpaceX began developing a spacesuit for astronauts to wear inside the Dragon 2 spacecraft. The appearance was created in collaboration with Jose Fernandez, a Hollywood costume designer known for his work on superhero and science fiction films, and Elon Musk, the founder and CEO of SpaceX. The first images of the outfit were released in September 2017. The SpaceX spacesuit was worn by a mannequin named Starman, after David Bowie's song of the same name, during the Falcon Heavy's first flight in February 2018. When the suit was unveiled at the expo, it was not pressurized and lacked sensors. The suit, which is vacuum compatible, defends against cabin depressurization via a single cable at the astronaut's thigh that feeds air and electronic connections. The 3D printed helmets come with microphones and speakers. Because the suits require a tether connection and do not provide radiation protection, they are not used for extravehicular activities. NASA commercial crew members Bob Behnken and Doug Hurley tested the spacesuit aboard the Dragon 2 spacecraft in 2018 to familiarize themselves with it. They detected it on the Crew Dragon Demo 2 flight, which took off on May 30th, 2020. Astronauts participating in commercial crew program SpaceX missions wear the suit. Touchscreen-sensitive gloves and 3D printed helmets are included. Their essential purpose, however, remains the same: to protect the crew against depressurization, which occurs when the capsule loses air. The suits also ensure that astronauts have enough oxygen and that their bodies are kept at a comfortable temperature. A single umbilical wire in the seat links into the suit and serves as a communications link as well as a source of fresh air. The spacesuits already outperform NASA's own designs, but we must consider the competition that SpaceX faces. We only need to look at Boeing, the same venerable firm that has been battling SpaceX for the right to launch NASA's missions. For the contract with NASA to deliver humans to the space station in its CST-100 Starliner spacecraft, it has created a pressure suit to protect passengers during the critical launch and re-entry periods. The Boeing Blue spacesuits are around 40% lighter and more flexible than prior generations of American astronaut spacesuits. The astronauts have any number of layers on the inside to keep them cool. The costume also includes touchscreen-sensitive gloves, allowing astronauts to operate iPads in space. The soft hood-like helmet includes a wide polycarbonate visor to improve peripheral vision for passengers on the Starliner's journey to and from orbit. Zips in the torso area will make it easier for astronauts to go from sitting to standing. In October 2019, NASA published a close-up look at the two next-generation suits for the agency's Artemis program. One of the suits is the Orion Crew Survival System, which is identical to the suits used by SpaceX and Boeing. It's comparable to the pumpkin suits worn by astronauts on space shuttles, but it's far lighter. On the other hand, the X-EMU suit is designed to be worn on the moon's surface. It's much larger than the pressure suits worn by astronauts inside spaceships. Because it must protect the user from temperature variations outside the spacecraft's walls, this is the case. It's also supposed to keep micrometeorites and other small space junk at bay. In these ways, it's similar to the spacewalking suits that were previously used on the International Space Station. Two suits are used for spacewalks on the ISS. One of these is the Russian Orlan type, which was introduced in December 1977. The Orlan spacesuit is made up of only one piece. By opening the backpack like a refrigerator door, the spacewalker can crawl inside. NASA's extravehicular mobility suit, which was introduced in 1981, is the other suit utilized on the space station. The EMU, unlike the Orlan, is split into two halves, a bottom half and a top half. The semi-rigid suit provides around 8.5 hours of life support for its person outside in the vacuum of space. The EMU was also the name of the lunar suit worn by the Apollo astronauts. It did, however, differ from the current version. Years of efforts had culminated in this moment. Spacesuits have gone a long way since the first spacewalk by the late cosmonaut Alexei Leonov in March 1965, and SpaceX's Starman suit is an heir to this line of research and innovation. We wish more information about the suit was accessible, but it appears that SpaceX wants to keep it a trade secret owing to Chinese improvements and their willingness to directly challenge the US in a new space competition. We can see that SpaceX has put in a lot of effort because established industry companies are still locked in the Cold War-era spacesuit technologies. The NASA Z series was a spacesuit design that was never used. It was created as part of NASA's Advanced Exploration Systems program's Advanced Extravehicular Mobility Unit project as a set of prototype extravehicular activity spacesuits. The suits were designed for use in both microgravity and planetary EVAs. However, it appears that NASA was not confident enough in the technology to finally deploy it for spacecrafts, which is an issue SpaceX will face soon. Only then can we determine whether they genuinely succeeded in making a difference once more. Tell us what you think of SpaceX's efforts to develop the world's most advanced spacesuit. Do you think these are going to pave the way for the most advanced space adventures yet? So share your comments in the section below. That's all for now. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get updated with everything on future technology, Elon Musk, or SpaceX. Thank you for watching.